Hey y'all, what's up? We're going to create. We're finna be creative. So y'all already know I said I was gonna make gyros this weekend, right? However, I don't have no gyro sauce and they didn't have no cucumber dressing at the grocery store. I feel like my ear plugged up. Think that got something to do with me having a cold? Anyway, I figured I'll use some ranch. I didn't go online and look like to see how Greek people make their gyro sauce for their gyros. I think they use yogurt, along with a bunch of other stuff. But, you know, my big girl intuitions, I was like, well, I'm going to kind of like create my own sauce. I know how I like my food to taste. However, some of the things that I'm finna use, I never used in a combination together. So I don't really know how it's gonna taste. But here I got ranch dressing, onion powder, ground ginger. I was thinking ginger might be a little something to put in there, but we're gonna do very little. Somebody at my door. Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, grab that pup. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I done lost weight. I'm pretty sure I did it. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, see when you like do it, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, I did this. I can. Thank y'all. Come on, son. You know I'm on live. Thank y'all. He must got pee. Okay, he can stay out. Thank you. All right. Okay, y'all, I'm coming. I went to go get the door because I ordered a shirt from one of my homeboys from his clothing line. And then while I was out there, I had a package on the porch. Wonder what this is. Okay, we'll worry about that last because I'm in the middle of cooking. But this is my homeboy clothing line. And I ordered a hoodie from him. And he was bringing it over. My dog outside. I gotta go back and get him. And I got brown because I got some dope brown some tennis shoes with brown in them that I really love. So I bought this color. Let me go get some, y'all. I'm coming. Come on, son. Come on. Here I come, y'all. Here I come. Sorry about that. I wasn't expecting nobody to pop up at my door. Let me get my baby a treat. He got some wieners right here. Want some wieners? Yeah. That's it. You done swallowed them. You didn't even chew them. I gave you more than one. You supposed to still be chewing. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Nevertheless, I got ground ginger, onion powder, and then I was thinking basil. Lord have mercy. But should we put the sauce? We're going to put it in this little bitty bowl. We're going to start there. With just a little bit. And I'm pretty sure when I cut the cucumbers and tomatoes and onion up in there, it's going to bring about a whole nother flavor. Is how it's going to be like the cucumber dressing. I ain't never even opened up this ground ginger. I like ginger, so it's just about certain things you can only cook ginger with. That's probably why they ain't been popped open yet. I'm thinking a little bit of ginger in this sauce might take this to another level. I got this little bitty baby spoon here. We just gonna add just a little bit. This just a little bit of sauce. Y'all know I don't measure nothing. I do everything by sight. I just put a little bit of that ginger in that little bit of cucumber dressing. Let's basil, I thought would be a nice accent as well for Greek food. I don't know. I'm not a Greek food cooker. I do eat gyros. I like gyros. I go to the shop usually to get them. But y'all know I live in a town where you don't get everything. So I go buy certain type of meats that I have, and I can, add my own very little bit of salt. Keep in mind that this is just a little spoonful. Let's stir what I got. Ranch, salt, basil. Did I put some onion powder in there? I didn't put no. Let's put a little onion powder. Just a little bit. Onion powder. All right. Let's stir this together. Now, I'm going to keep in mind that I know I'm going to add the cucumbers, which is going to give it another little flavor. That's how it's going to make the cucumber dressing. I'm going to add the cucumber and tomato. I can put tomato and onion on afterwards. I can just put the cucumber in the dressing. But I was figuring, shoot, why not put all of it in there together and just put that on top of my gyro? I don't know. But we done stirred that little thing together. Ooh, I'm nervous. But let's see. I like it, y'all. I'm thinking about how it will be on that gyro meat with my people. We are about to proceed. I think this is a pretty good sauce. Got to be careful with the salt, which I only put very little. I taste that little touch of ginger, and I kind of taste the basil. This together with cucumbers, I think we own to something. But I know a gyro ain't no gyro without the cucumber sauce. And I even looked down the dressing aisle here, and they ain't even had no cucumber dressing. Usually you can find cucumber dressing. But once again, if something here just sit on the shelf and people don't buy it, I guess after so long, it's like we don't need to order it. Don't even need to have it on the shelf. No one's purchasing it, right? So it's not even no. And I don't never been to a grocery store where I ain't seen no cucumber dressing, right? That was different. I'll take them little pieces of basil leaves. I think basil got a distinctive taste to it. And that's what made me think about basil. Just like bay leaves. It's certain stuff that give your food a certain type of flavor. And for some reason, when I thought about Greek and gyro and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? Basil might be a good ingredient to make this sauce that I'm trying to make. And you know what's so crazy is it was just these certain things came in my mind, and right away it just tasted good. Like I didn't even have to make it several times, and then just the first try of the things that I thought would be good together is actually good together. Basil, onion powder, salt, ranch dressing, and ground ginger. Now, I don't want my cucumbers bigger like I usually do it for the one salad. So we actually going to do this one in 4 because I want it to be smaller pieces for the cucumber dressing for my gyro. And I'm thinking I do want to put my tomatoes and stuff in there because I'm thinking that's going to bring my sauce, give my sauce a whole nother flavor when you put the tomatoes and onions in the sauce. And all that's going on the gyro anyway. And then I always like extra sauce on my gyro. So why not already have all the stuff that go on the gyro in the sauce? Except lettuce. You know, I'm not going to put no lettuce in here. But if I want to put some lettuce on my gyro, then I can put lettuce on top. But all this stuff will already be in there smothered in the cucumber dressing, so to speak. The homemade dressing. The onion, the tomato, the cucumber, you know, all that'll already be with the sauce already. I gotta do one piece at a time when I cut it that way. Yeah, so my meat is unthawing. And where I buy my... Okay, so where I buy my gyro meat is I go to Costco's and they got these bags of gyro meat, right? Gyro, however you want to pronounce it. I call it gyro, always have ever since I was a little girl. A lot of people call it gyro, gyro. They just say it all different kind of ways, gyro. So nevertheless, I go to Costco's and they sell it in this bag where 2 nice packages of gyro meat come in there. And you can tell it's so delicious. It ain't like no imitation type lamb meat or none of that. If anybody ever got their gyro meat from Costco's, yeah, say something in the chat and tell them it's good. It's good. I'm finna show y'all the package it come in. It's sitting on the stove right in back of me. So it's still unthawing, but it come in nice strips, nice chunks of gyro meat. And I put it on the long grill because then I could put some of my pita bread on there at the same time. A place to put my pita bread as well. So, anywho, I got my cutting board sitting right here. Which I hardly ever use. I don't know why I use my hand for everything. But I just cut the onion over there on it. Let me get it in a little bit more smaller pieces. Even though I like my onions in large pieces. But this is for the dressing. And it's going to go all over the gyro anyway. Okay. So, let's get some more onion in there. Y'all know I love my onion. Especially on something like a gyro. I love me some onion. I think I want a little bit more onion. I think I'm going to put a little bit more onion. Y'all know I don't measure nothing. I just do stuff by sight, by big girl instincts. Big girl instincts. on what I think something should taste like and be like. So, according to everything I put together, once I put these vegetables in this bowl to go on top of the gyro, we just gonna put the sauce all with the vegetables, and then that way, when I make the gyro, we just pour or grab the sauce because it's gonna be nice and chunky with the tomatoes, cucumber, and onion up in there. Now it look like we got quite a bit of onion in there. That's what I want to see. So cucumber, onion, and the tomato. The only thing I was kind of a little bit worried about when it comes to the tomato, I don't want it to be like watery. I want the sauce to be like thick. You think I should put the tomatoes on, even though tomatoes will bring a different flavor to this dressing? I think I might wait for the tomatoes. Let's just not add the tomatoes quite yet, because we're going to see what it do for the... This sauce turned out good, y'all, I'm telling you. I like that. So let's go ahead and add what we added in there. Mind y'all, I don't measure nothing. I just do stuff by sight. So we're going to take this dressing. This going to be the sauce for the gyros when I make them. So we just put some cucumber dressing in there. We going to... I need me a dry spoon. Give me a second. Let me look back at me. I don't even do no measuring like that, but I just grab the measuring spoon. What's this, a half a teaspoon? A tablespoon, whatever. Like I said, I don't really use no measurements. But we still gonna just fill that little spoon up. This is the ground ginger. I like doing stuff by sight. I like the way the little sample dressing that I made with the ginger in it. I put very little according to how much. With this being a little bit bigger, one thing about food, you don't want to put too much because you can't take away, but you can put too less and you can add more. But I'm still thinking to put just a little bit more of that ginger. I like the way that ginger flavor was when I did the trial period. So just a little... That spoon was full, then just a little bit more. Not even, I didn't fill the spoon up that time. Okay, onion powder. Onion powder, always good. We definitely gonna put a whole spoon, kind of overfilled it. We definitely gonna put that in there. I might even grab a little bit more. You know, I love onion, garlic, stuff like that. That's my stuff. All right. So, remember I said I was gonna be careful when I did the sample one? The way I put the salt in there? I was gonna be careful with the salt. So, that's it. Just a little bit of salt. The basil leaves, I liked that flavor that the basil gave. So, we're not going to be afraid to use it. I didn't use a whole lot, but I didn't measure. But I sprinkled some basil in there. And like I said, you can always add, but you can't take away. So, let's stir this thing up. And see if we got a flavor we want to taste on top of our gyro meat. See if we can taste all those little ingredients we got in there. I thought about a couple of other things while I was getting my stuff together. Like just a touch of sugar. A lot of times when you make stuff, you put a touch of sugar in it. But I don't know if I want to do that. Because I don't know. That's just taste. Let's see if we give it some Greek flavor. Let's see if we got some Greek situations going on. I think it could be a little bit more saucy, if that makes sense. It's thick, but it's still not I wonder if when you make sauce, you're supposed to blend this thing. I wonder, y'all, if I should have blended it to make like some chunky sauce. But I want it chunky, like I could see my little pieces of cucumber and tomato. But it ain't real like saucy in between. You see that? So maybe the tomatoes will make it saucy. Disconnect. I don't know why I keep disconnecting. But I'm thinking maybe I should cut up the tomato. Because even though it's thick, but I still want, you see that? It's just thick. I still want it saucy, like the sauce groove down into my gyro meat. I taste the ginger a little bit, that's what all you want to taste it. You don't want to taste it a lot. And I taste the basil a little bit. However, I think I could add a little bit. First, let's cut up a tomato. We're gonna put a tomato in here. I think that's gonna give us what I'm looking for. And then I can add a little bit more ranch. I could have just did that instead of the tomato. But I think the tomato will give it a little drip. Let me go rinse this off real quick. I think the tomato, we're gonna give it a little drip where it's gonna give me the consistency that I'm looking for in this whole situation. The consistency, and which is making my gyro meat. Matter of fact, y'all can see me right there with the stove, right? Yeah. Let me pull my tray back over here. My grill. We're going to be making that gyro meat soon. I wasn't going to cook it till later. That sauce makes me want to cook it now. And my meat ain't quite unthawed, but it is. It's breaking apart. And I guess as it cooks, it'll unthaw. Let's put this thing on and put it on low. Let's put this meat on while we're making the sauce and put it on low. Because I just realized I ain't ate nothing today. All day. It's for something to eat. Okay, so we got that meat. We got that meat turned on. We got that meat on the gyro meat on the grill where it's going to start heating up while we making this sauce. That's what we doing. Because we might as well go ahead and get ready for the whole shebang. Because I ain't even realized. I've been cleaning carpet in the basement due to my pipe getting fixed down there. Rearranging some stuff down there. Back and forth up and downstairs with materials. Packaging up orders. If you see, I always cut my tomatoes like that. It's like a flower. The skinnier, the smaller I want them, the more little flower tulip pieces I have. So I can get small pieces. Even though I got a cutting board right there. One of my friends be so mad at me when I do stuff. Because he be worried I'm going to cut myself. But I do this. I ain't recommending nobody else to not use a cutting board. By any means, use a cutting board. It's safer. This is just what I do. But you ain't got to do what I do. You can follow the ingredients, but definitely it's safer to use a cutting board versus doing like I'm doing it. I just do that. I hear that meat sizzling back there a little bit, y'all. Okay, so we only did one Roma tomato. We did one Roma tomato. We did one Roma tomato. It's going to give it some juice. It still ain't super saucy. So we're going to put a little bit more ranch because I want that sauce to be saucy. We're going to add a little bit more onion powder. We're going to add a little bit more ginger and some more basil. And maybe just a touch more salt. Just a touch. And as it sits in the refrigerator, it's going to come with its little flavor. And we're going to get this thing in the refrigerator in a second. Because and now it's got that drip. Now it got some drip. So when I put that sauce, now it got some drip. So when I put that sauce on that gyro, this cucumber, tomato, onion, gyro sauce I done created, cucumber sauce. When we put this thing on that gyro, we're going to have some sauce dripping all in between that meat and that bread. Okay, let's get a little taste real quick because I done added some stuff. I think it tastes Greekish, however that's supposed to be. I think it tastes kind of Greekish, y'all. Let's turn this down so I don't want to meat burn. Okay, let's find the top. Let's find the top to put on this thing. I don't want that big old top. Okay, let me look at this top drawer. Here I come, y'all. Let's find a top so we can get some steam off in that meat. Get that top on there. Get some steam off in that meat. I don't know if y'all seen when I put the top on there. But, yeah, we put the top on there to get some steam off in that gyro meat. I don't want it to cook too fast or burn. I don't want it crunchy. I like my gyro meat nice and soft. Okay? So we done made some sauce. We done made this gyro sauce, y'all. See that consistency? Now we got a little bit of drip to it. Yeah. There go that gyro sauce. I'm going to tell y'all how it tastes when it all come together. Just in case y'all want to try some of my antics. Girl always coming up with something. Let's throw this in the fridge to keep that chill. While we get the gyro meat finished up there. Where's the top to my... Oh. Okay, so we used onion powder, ground ginger, basil, and salt, and ranch dressing. That's how we made the cucumber sauce. Then we cut up onion, tomato, and cucumber in the dressing. So that's how we made the cucumber sauce, y'all. I said I could still kind of test it a little bit more and do some different stuff. But I think I'm satisfied with the flavor because I don't want to mess it up. But that's why I made that little container first, because I was thinking about just a touch of sugar. But I don't think I want the sugar. Even though a lot of times when you put sugar in certain ingredients, it ain't like you just taste it. But it evens and blends things out when you're cooking certain food. And anybody that's a cook, you know what I'm talking about. You know that. You know, if you like add a pinch of sugar, it just complements whatever it is that you're making. Sometimes though, it's just not good to add sugar at all. Depending on what you're looking for. But we got the sample sauce here. And since we're talking about sugar, while we're waiting on that meat to do what it do, let's just grab the sugar. Let's grab the sugar and put, this ain't nothing but a very little bit. So all we need is just a very little bit of sugar we just want to see. And I'm talking about I barely put it in there. If we just want to see if sugar would have done something different for this sauce, we can just see. Because when you're creating some, it is all about testing some things out. That's why I had got the little bowl. However, when I added them ingredients together, it had already tasted so good. It was like, ain't no needing. Like I said, you can never really tell the difference with sugar, but it does also do something to things that you cook. Let me put just a little bit more. I don't want to put it to where I taste it like that though, but I still want that balance. Because mind y'all, I put salt in here too, which most things that you put sugar in that you cook or make, you do put salt and seasoning in it as well. Y'all, you know what? That sugar do something for it. I wonder if I should have put a little bit in my... Y'all. It's like a balance. It's a sauce. And if I add some, it would be very little. It wouldn't be a lot, but it's definitely a balance. It definitely do, like I said, it ain't like you taste the sugar. I'm undecided if I want to do it with sugar or without. In the meantime, let's go check this gyro meat. And like I said, if I do it with it, very little. Let me try to set that phone up. Turn my volume up a little bit. Okay, gyro meat. Gyro meat looking pretty good there. Little grease this from it. Very little. Okay, we covering it up because we want it to kind of smother. I don't want it to fry like where it's getting hard or crispy. I'm undecided, y'all. I'm undecided if I want to add a dang on touch of sugar to my sauce. Here go pita bread. So with the gyro meat, let's move over to the other side. And y'all see that little bit of grease? We're going to put that pita bread on one side on it. Put it on the other side. Oops. Yeah. And with the gyro meat, later on today, I was going to take part of this meat off, and when I make one later, then I could just redo this. But forget it. It's already cooking. Might as well go and cook it all right now. And put my pita bread back up. I'm still undecided if your girl should add a little sugar to the gyro. I know what I am going to do. I'm going to add a plate to the scene because we about to make us a gyro. And I am going to take some of this meat off of here now that I might eat later. Just so I can get my gyro to cooking like my meat to cook the way I want for this one gyro. That's going to be a hefty gyro. But I don't like no gyro that ain't meaty. All right, got that bread looking. All right, put my other gyro meat up. Let's get this bread up off of there. Maybe I should put it on the bigger plate. That fit right on the saucer. Get that meat to the other side. Yeah, we're going to put a bigger plate. Gyro meat looking pretty good. Turn this thing all the way down because we're going to get ready to make the plate. Still don't know if I should put a little sugar. Still don't know if I should have put a little sugar in my sauce. It did kind of give it some balance. Okay, y'all. Here go the gyro sauce. The cucumber dressing sauce I made. Let's taste it one more time before if I decide if I should put a little bit of sugar in it. I don't know. It tastes so good already. What I don't want to do is mess nothing up. No. I hate when I do that. Okay, let's turn this gyro meat. I did like the balance that the sugar gave it. Okay, a little bit ain't gonna hurt. It ain't like you could taste it. So very little. That ain't gonna hurt. That's it. Very little bit. Ain't gonna hurt. Let's get that thing stirred all together. All right. So I'm finna get off and make my little video with my gyro. Oh, I got somebody in here, so I might as well finish it with you. Hey, Ken. I'm gonna go and finish it with you. Gyro bread. Got the meat. Turned out really nice and juicy, y'all. All right, so let's look here together. And got that nice cucumber dressing that I homemade with onions, cucumber, tomatoes in there. Now let's just take that thing, that cucumber dressing, and put that thing right on top of that gyro. All right, so I'm thinking I do want a little bit of lettuce on my gyro. Let's go in here and grab this lettuce. And it's so pretty. And let's just break it up and get us a little lettuce on that thing. So there we have it. There we have it. All right, y'all. I'm finna enjoy. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to your girl. Go support my business, jalu-cosmetics.com. Buy yourself something today. Beard, kids, body butter, soap.